फर्स्ट बुक इज द 1000 बॉय किसेस। मतलब इसके लिए मुझे वर्ड्स भी नहीं याद आ रहे कि इसके बारे में मैं क्या बात करूं, बिकॉज ये ऐसी बुक है जिसने मुझे बहुत बार रुलाया। लिटरली फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट टिल द एंड इतनी टाइम में रोया हूं ना कि मुझे समझ भी नहीं आ रहा कि इसके बारे में एग्जैक्टली क्या बात करूं। ये स्टोरी अबाउट है, एज ए नाम सजेस्ट, द 1000 बॉय किसेस। एक लड़का होता है जिसको 1000 किसेस देने होते हैं टू अ गर्ल। आई मीन 1000 promises, 1000 kisses, whatever you call it. And it's kind of, ये जो आप देख रहे हो, it's kind of a wish list and it's all about that. इस केस में क्या है, क्या होता है, एंड में क्या होता है। अगर आपको द फॉल्ट इन आवर स्टार्स अगर आपको पसंद आई होगी ना, तो आपको ये बुक डेफिनेटली पसंद आएगी। उतनी ही ये बुक इमोशनल है, एक डेंजरस राइड है जिसपे आप बहुत टाइम हाइज लो, हैप्पीनेस, सैड मोमेंट, सारे मोमेंट्स फील करते हो। एंड दिस इज जस्ट अमेजिंग। अ किस लास्ट अ मोमेंट बट कैन चेंज अ लाइफ टाइम, इस नाम से ये बुक जानी जाती है। And it's about, as this book is said, ki what if your love story has ended before it had really begun. So it's about that. I will highly recommend you to just go and read this book. The next book I read is The Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I know the kisses word बहुत बार repeat हो रहा है, but this book is again, it's about beautiful and kind. She is about, very nice. She is beautiful and kind. She always get good grades and loved by everyone. And there is a screw who is a rich and handsome boy who is a kind of a modern school story, and जिसके लिए वो होता है कि bad boy kind of stuff and good girl bad boy story। तो वो वैसे वाली स्टोरी है। To be honest, ये मुझे उतनी पसंद आई नहीं थी, but it just kind of okay book. Few part of this book, let's say कि 20-30% of this book is really good. Other than that, after that, this is just unnecessary drag in this book, I will say. बट इट्स अ गुड बुक इफ़ यू आर अ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट, इफ़ यू आर अ कॉलेज गोइंग स्टूडेंट, तो आपको ये बुक डेफिनेटली पसंद आएगी। इसमें एंगर है और काइंड ऑफ एनिमल, अगर आपने मूवी देखी हो तो इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ दैट काइंड ऑफ अ स्टफ, द मिलियन किसेस इन योर लाइफ टाइम। So if you are a college student, then only I will recommend. Other that, if you already read a lot of love stories, then you can skip this. The book is All the Light We Cannot See. Just look at this cover. This cover is just amazing and beautiful. अभी इसकी मूवी भी आ गई। यू कैन फाइंड दैट मूवी ऑन द नेटफ्लिक्स, बिकॉज इज नेटफ्लिक्स सीरीज भी आई है। आई एम येट टू वॉच दैट सीरीज, बट आई हैव वेंट थ्रू दिस बुक एंड दिस बुक इज जस्ट great. This book also won awards, lot of awards actually, and this is open your eyes and see what you can see with then before you close forever. So it's about, you can see the fight and everything wala scene. So as the name goes, all the light we cannot see, it's about all about that fight and everything. So if you love a little bit of history, if you wanted to understand what are the emotions behind war, and if you have read this the diary of Anna Frank, उसमें भी नाजी concentration camp वगैरह से बात की गई है and all about that. So if you love that kind of book, then you are going to definitely enjoy this All the Light We Cannot See. The book I finished is Before We Say Goodbye. A good masterpiece, not that great. उसके पहले वाले बुक थे, if I want to show you, पहले वाले बुक, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. So this story is amazing, but the Before We Say Goodbye is kind of average book, I will say, जिसमें इतना कुछ मज़ा नहीं आया था. So the story remains the same. सारे rules, अगर आपने Before the Coffee Gets Cold पढ़ी हो, so उसमें फुनिकुला नाम का एक कैफ़े होता है, और वहाँ पे आप यू कैन टाइम ट्रैवल। वो एक स्पेसिफिक सीट होती है, वहाँ पे आप बैठ के टाइम ट्रैवल कर सकते हो। मतलब बिफोर द कॉफ़ी गेट्स कोल्ड आपको वापस भी आना होता है, आपको उसी जगह पे बैठना होता है, आप जगह से उठ नहीं सकते, आप सिर्फ पास में जा सकते हो, चेंजेस नहीं कर सकते वगैरह वगैरह। इससे बहुत सारे रूल्स है, कुछ 5 रूल है जिस पर मैंने स्पेसिफिक वीडियो बनाया है। यू कैन गो वॉच दैट वीडियो। सो बिफोर द वी से गुड बाय, सॉरी, that book is again the same, and it contains 4 to 5 stories around, which says how the daughter and mom relationship is there, how there is another story which is about the dog who is expired, and उस एक्सपायर होने से पहले वाली जो सारी चीज़ें थी। तो बिफोर वी से गुड बाय क्या क्या चीज़ें बात करनी बाकी रह गई थी, तो वो सारी चीज़ें उसमें दिखाई गई है, एंड दैट इज़ just a good masterpiece that you should read. Only the mom and daughter wala relationship, that is something I liked, the story. Other stories are kind of occasion good, you can skip it or you can read it as. The next book I read is Roman Stories by Jhumpa Lahiri. A masterpiece, I will say, a great book. It is a translated book, and most of the stories translated by Jhumpa Lahiri only, with some colleague. But this story again, it is a short story about a lot of different topics. About there is one rented house. There is this small girl who watches everyone is coming to their house and understands their story. But ultimately end में उससे पता चलता है कि everyone is watching her rather than she watching everyone. That is the one story. And the last story, which is about again the mom-daughter relationship, that is just amazing. There is another well lit house करके एक story है उसमें, and that is I guess that is a part second or third story, and that is also really amazing. So if you love short stories and if you love the Jhumpa Lahiri's writing, then you should definitely pick up this book, Roman Stories. You're gonna fall in love with short stories. Okay, the next book is Yellowface, which is all over the world, all over the places right now. You can see everywhere here and there because this book won a lot of prizes, and this book is just amazing. It's related to the literature, so that's why this is more connected to the bookish community. So the story about thief, there is this one person, like two characters. एक person ने एक manuscript लिखी होती है, वो she is not there, and then that manuscript got stolen, then published by the second person, and then उसके consequences क्या क्या होते हैं, वो story कैसे बढ़ती है. So it's all about that and all about revenge, love, emotions, stealing, all about that kind of emotion you are going to get in this book. But I will suggest this is really good book. Not that because of this book won a lot of prizes, because this book contains a lot of good essence. Some people also hated this book because this is a very childish story at some point. So but there are the way the writing is done, the way the quotation is done, that is just amazing. So that's the only reason you should read this book. This book finished reading is by the Durjodat, the world's best worst girlfriend. A story about D and A. Obviously there is, as the blurb goes on that, it's a story about that two people and how they fall in love. So she's from the middle class, she went to one of the vacation where she met the person who is a rich kind of person. Then there is a love, kind of scenes that happens, a kind of a love story which any young adult or between the college golden student will love. But I feel most of the things going repetitive in Durjodat's a lot of novel, and those are kind of good at some point. But if you are a new reader, then you are going to enjoy it. But if you already read a lot of Durjodat's book, then you might feel little bit okay, this type of scenes are already happened, or this is kind of a repeated scene. Here the best part is this story moves forward like very years later, and then we see a different part. So that is the part you are going to see in this book, The World's Best Girlfriend. Other than that, if you love Durjodat, then definitely go and read this book. His writing style is good, his writing style is easy. But if you read a lot of already international books and always, then you can definitely skip it as well. But I really enjoyed reading this book. So the next book I finished reading is Wednesday's Child. A great book, I will say. It's not a story as a story. It's not a big book. It's a short story. So it's a story about a loss, story about the logging, story about the emotion, story about grief, stories about friendship, rumors. A lot of those things you are going to find in this story, and the stories are really amazing. Stories are really dark at some point, but packed with some of the great beauties that you are going to enjoy. It's a very short stories, but the depth of the emotion, the depth of the writing is really good. So that's the reason you should definitely read this book. So these are all books which we read into the fiction. There will be another video. We already made one video on the non-fiction, you can go check out. So this is the second video of the series. There will be more videos about the Hindi books as well and the audiobooks as well that you are going to love. And there will be few videos which will publish in 2024, which is majoritarily focused on what books you should read, what are my favorite pickups for you. So let me know what is your favorite book you read in 2023 in the comment section. So if I like this book, then I will definitely include that in 2024 in this video. So if you are more into the non-fiction video, then check out this video where we shared non-fiction books. And if you are more into the audiobooks and everything, check out here, you will find that video. So that's all for the today's video. See you in the next one. Bye bye, take care.